Friends, we can all see that many white bloggers have millions of followers. Please support me too, because my followers are still few. Black bloggers also deserve to be famous. Raised fist medium dark skin tone. My friends, let's unite and lift each other up. Please press subscribe button and like. This wasn't a shopping trip. It was a hunt. Officer Dean Holloway saw his target from 2 aisles over in Harrian's Market. The man was a study in stillness, tall and broad, rooted by the dairy case. A coiled tension radiated from him, an animalistic focus that made Holloway's teeth ache. The man's eyes weren't browsing. They were scanning, cataloging, assessing. He thinks he owns the place. A venomous thought slithered into Holloway's gut, sharp and familiar. For a half-second, those eyes, cool and predatory, met Holloway's. There was no flinch, no alarm, just a cold, level glance that dismissed him before returning to the yogurts. That's all it took. That utter lack of concern was a raw, personal insult. Holloway adjusted his course, his heavy boots sounding a deliberate, challenging rhythm on the worn linoleum. He puffed out his chest, the badge a hard weight against his sternum, and closed a distance. He stopped a few inches from the man's shoulder, close enough to feel the warmth radiating from him. You planning on buying something? Holloway began, his voice a low challenge. Or just trying to figure out which brand is easiest to steal? The man looked up from his phone. His expression was a blank mask of detached curiosity, not ruffled or defensive, but simply observing a new, irritating variable. Neither, he replied, his voice a calm, steady baritone that grated on Holloway's nerves. It was clip-controlled and dripped with an unearned confidence that Holloway despised. I've had my eye on you, Holloway pressed, his voice rising to draw the attention of nearby shoppers. No basket, no groceries. Just casing the joint. So what's the play? A little 5-finger discount. A flicker of profound disappointment crossed the man's features. He slid the phone into his pocket. Officer, I suggest you lower your tone, he said, his voice quiet but razor-sharp. You are actively compromising a federal operation. Holloway's smirk widened. Compromising what? He shot back. You're not store security. You're not wearing a badge. So let's cut the crap. You're lying to a police officer. His voice took on the hard, commanding edge he used to break people down. A stock boy near the registers froze. The store manager watched from behind the customer service desk, his face a pale, tense oval. The man's hands remained perfectly still, deliberately visible. His infuriating calm was a fortress. My name is Damon Pierce, he stated. I'm a special agent with the FBI. My credentials are in my back pocket, and frankly, you are not the person I'm here to observe. A hot, triumphant surge shot through Holloway. Jackpot! He let out a short, nasty laugh. An FBI agent? Is that what we're calling ourselves now? All right, let's see the shiny badge, he commanded, his hand dropping above his own service weapon. Pierce moved with an insulting, deliberate slowness, as if explaining a complex topic to a simple child. He reached into his back pocket, produced a leather badge holder, and flipped it open. Holloway barely glanced at the golden shield before waving away with contempt. That's real cute, he sneered. You can buy those online, pal. You're going to have to try a lot harder than that. Pierce's eyes locked onto his. The calm was still there, but now it held the cold glint of hardened steel. You need to walk away, Pierce said, his voice dropping to a near whisper. You are obstructing a 9-month investigation. You are about to blow the entire thing. Then you should have done your job and told Stonebridge County you had a guy lurking in the dairy aisle, Holloway scoffed. That's your failure, not mine. He could feel the eyes on him now. A woman across the aisle was already pointing her phone at them, the red light a malevolent cyclops eye. I have no requirement to notify you, Pierce replied, his tone like ice. This is a federal matter. Stand down, officer. The man's unbroken confidence, the public challenge. It was a lit fuse. Holloway felt his control slipping and fell back on his training. Asterisk escalate. Dominate. Asterisk. Give me a number for verification, or you're going in cuffs for impersonating a federal officer. Your choice. But before Pierce could respond, a new player entered the scene. A woman shorter than Pierce, with sharp analytical eyes. Her plain clothes were invisible, but her arrival was a splash of ice water. Agent Kendra Hayes didn't hesitate. She moved between the two men with the silent authority of someone who handled men like Holloway for breakfast. Holloway blinked, thrown completely off balance. Where the hell did she come from? Hayes's voice was quiet, but cut like a scalpel. Officer, that's enough. You are interfering. Take 3 steps back now. She held up her own credentials, open at chest level, impossible to ignore. Special Agent Hayes. I'm Agent Pierce's partner, and thanks to your little performance, our surveillance is officially shot to hell. Holloway forced a laugh, but it sounded thin and reedy even to him. 2 of you? No call to the county, no suspect, and I'm supposed to believe you're fighting crime next to the cottage cheese. No, officer, Hayes said, her eyes drilling into him. We expect you to show a basic level of professional restraint. She paused for effect. Or is that asking too much? The jab landed. Holloway ignored the sting, hooking a thumb at Pierce. He was acting suspicious. No cart, just watching everyone. I acted on what I saw. Agent Hayes' reply was swift and brutal. Is that your standard procedure, officer, or is your suspicious behavior protocol just for black men you don't like the look of? If you are curious about the fate of the story and what happened to people, and you want to see the ending, subscribe to the channel and write Part 2 in the comments. White heavy check mark.